Alright guys, so I'm going to be introducing European night crawlers to these bins here. So on the right I have my peat moss bin, here in the center I have my coco coir bin, and here on the left I have a new fiber bin. So I'll just show you what I got here. So I just have a bunch of European night crawlers in here. Each bin has the same number of worms. I stole my wife's phone here. I'm going to time to see how long it takes the worms to settle into each bedding, and yeah, we'll see how this goes. Alright, dump the worms in here like this. So that was the core, this is the peat. Make sure I got all the worms out of there, and this is the new fiber. Alright, so I'll just kick off this timer here, and we'll get a rough estimate. Can't see it in the video, but up above here, well, let me see if I can tilt this up here. So up here I just have a shop light that'll help drive these worms down. And I'm going to spread these worms out just a little bit. Alright, we'll just sit back and I'll probably fast forward through this for you guys so you don't have to sit here and watch it, but see what happens. Alright guys, so we're about 3.5 minutes in, and as you can see, I don't know if you guys can see over here, but the new fibers and the peat, they seem to be very close. The new fiber, they seem to have already buried in, so that's good. Peat is really close, and I don't know if you guys can see this here or not. I'll try to take the camera off here in a little bit and show you, but this is what I get typically with just straight cores. They don't really dive into this stuff very quick. Generally what I do when I start beds is I don't just lay them out and see how well they burrow in. Usually what I do is I create a ball here in the center, just a nice hole, and I put the worms inside the hole, and then I cover it up and let them do their thing. But always interesting to me that coco coir, the worms don't seem to want to just jump right into it, and I don't know why. So new fiber, I can just see a couple here on top. Peat, same thing, just a couple here on top. And again, here on the core, they seem to be over here in the corners. So we'll just wait a few more minutes and see how long it takes. But so yeah, so we're at 5 minutes. New fiber, they're already gone. Peat, they're getting real close. And they're starting to head down in the core as well. They seem to be, what I've noticed is they like to find corners in the core, and they go down at the corners of the bends, where in the peat and in the new fiber they've kind of stayed wherever they were at, wherever I placed them at, and they kind of burrowed down. So alright, so still see one in the new fiber. Oops, timer went. Go ahead and get that back out here. Oops. So I'll say new fiber is done at 5. Got one little tail that's got to go down. Done at 6 minutes. Peat over here, I got a couple. Not sure if that's no Peat's alive. Thought I had a dead worm there for a second. One of these worms out of here. Yeah, this does not look good. So this looks like protein poisoning, so I'll have to check my bins. See if I can show you this. This beading. I don't know if that's going to focus in or not. But anytime you see this beading down here at the end, we'll just throw him back in the bin. So we'll call this good. We'll say, oops. We'll say roughly 7 minutes for core, or excuse me, peat. I got a worm that has protein poisoning, so I don't think he's going to make it, honestly, but leave him in the bin. He'll decompose in here, and I'm just going to help these guys along. So they're roughly looking at 8 minutes or so. We'll call that good. So next thing is to get these guys set up over here to my right, and we will start feeding them tonight. So, all right, I'll see you guys in the next video.